Casey's Top 40.
Hi, this is Kasem. One of the hottest newcomers this year just debuted with their latest hit. The Australian duo Savage Garden went all the way to number 1 with their first hit, I Want You, and it's still riding high in the top 10. This week, they debuted with their follow-up called To the Moon and Back. Can Savage Garden make the return trip to the top of the chart? We'll find out as we count down all the biggest hits and check out the latest music news on Casey's Top 40 from Westwood One Entertainment.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Kasem. Rolling in at number 38 is the second of this week's 3 debuts. It's by Savage Garden, a duo that recently picked up 10 ARIA Awards, the Australian equivalent of the Grammys. And that set a record in Australia for the most awards won in one night by a single act. 10 of them. Here's Savage Garden with Truly, Madly, Deeply.
American Top 40.
I'm Kasem, coming to you from Hollywood. Dropping 2 notches to number 6 is Savage Garden, who thanked TV talk show host Rosie O'Donnell for helping launch their career in the USA. Group member Darren Hayes says, quote, she'll probably never understand what she did for us, unquote. What she did was play their debut hit, the Chicka Cherry Cola song, I Want You, over and over again. And it went all the way to number 1. That was a year ago. Now, Savage Garden has an even bigger smash. Here's Truly, Madly, Deeply.
Hits from coast to coast.
We're counting down to the number 1 song in the USA. I'm Kasem. Well, now we're up to the latest hit for a duo who say they're beginning to understand how the Beatles must have felt on tour. They get on stage to sing, and all their fans want to do is scream. The twosome called Savage Garden are currently on tour in the United States. It's their first tour of the U.S., and after hitting number 1 with I Want You and Truly, Madly, Deeply, they've developed a large and loyal following, not just to hear them, but to see them as well, because Darren Hayes and Daniel Jones of Savage Garden have turned into music heartthrobs. So much so that they've found no one is really listening to their music. Instead, in the style of Beatlemania or New Kids on the Block mania, the fans are there to scream. Darren says, quote, now I understand what the Beatles were talking about when they said they didn't even have to bother singing. The fans would start screaming when they hit the stage and never stop. Call it Savage Garden mania, a phenomenon that continues to be fueled by this, their latest hit, To the Moon and Back.
Number 5.
Easing down a notch are 2 performers who knew early on they were destined for stardom. After meeting in a teen cover band, Darren Hayes says, quote, I knew instantly we were going places together, unquote. Here's Darren and his partner Daniel Jones, the duo Savage Garden, with I Knew I Loved You.
American Top 40.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to American Top 40. I'm Ed McMann, sitting in this week for Kasem, and I'm all set to count down the 40 biggest hits on the pop chart. Our rankings come from the official survey of radio stations from coast to coast. The survey is conducted by Radio and Records, the industry's number 1 newspaper. Let the countdown begin.
Number 40.
Dropping 3 notches is Savage Garden, a duo who count their blessings. Darren Hayes says, quote, we've had some amazing breaks and good fortune. All we can do now is continue to write songs and do what we do best. Kicking off the countdown at number 40 with Crash and Burn, that's Savage Garden.
American Top 40.